What's going on, everyone? This is Brian with We Go To You Mechanics. Today we're out here in Claremore and we're working on a 2005 Ford Escape 3.0 liter engine. We've got a leaking radiator. We're going to be doing a radiator replacement. All right, man. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We Go To You Mechanics. All right, first thing you're going to want to do is take off these upper mounts. You got two 8mm bolts right there and one 10mm bolt right there. Same thing on this side. Two 8mm bolts and one 10mm bolt. All right, now we're going to remove the hood latch. We've got two 8mm bolts, one right there and one right there, and then one 10mm bolt right there. To get that 10mm bolt, you can pry back a little bit on the radiator to get more room. All right, now you're going to remove the connector to this sensor right here, and then remove that 10mm bolt and remove this sensor. All right, squeeze this hose clamp and move it back. Same thing with the bottom one. I know that from the factory, the teeth to move that back are going to be facing down. I'll show you a tool that you can use to get to it easily. That's the special tool to remove hose clamps. This portion of it, the groove sits on the one of the teeth for the hose clamp, and this is the part that squeezes onto it. Once you squeeze this, it retracts. Go ahead and remove this oil cooler hose. All right, now it's time to unbolt the electrical fan. There's going to be two 10mm bolts holding it on. Let's see if we can see it from here. There's one of them, 10mm right there, and then there's going to be another one on this side. 10mm right there. All right, in order to pull this fan up and out, we're going to have to pull this fitting out, which is held on by you're going to use a deep well 19mm to pull this fitting out. All right, so you'll want to get the fan pulled up to about right there, because that'll give you easier access to the connector, which is located right there. And then there's also another connector on this side located right there. You need to get those connectors off by pulling up on that and out. All right, I got it out, but I had to fight with it pretty dang hard. So one thing I encountered was when you pull up on it, it hits this lip right here. Also on this side, when you're pulling up, it's hitting the let me get my pointer. It's hitting that lip right there and also that lip. So as you're pulling up, you got to kind of pull up a little bit, put your hand down here, move it out so you can get it up over that. Same thing on this side, and you just work it back and forth. Just work it back and forth on each side, pulling away from what it's getting caught on and up at the same time. Don't be afraid to get rough with it, because I had to get pretty rough to get it out. All right, one thing you could have done before you started this job was down here is the butterfly for the drain cock on the radiator. You'll undo that to drain the radiator out. Only reason I didn't do it is because this radiator is already completely bone dry. All right, there's three hoses down there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can't. There we go. Three hoses, 1, 2, and 3. You're gonna want to get those off. You may have to go down below to get them off. All right, and the radiator should pull straight out, man. It should be easy to pull out. Do everything in reverse to install it. Another note, when you're filling the radiator, these are a pain in the butt. to fill. If you don't have one of those reverse pumps, those vacuum pumps, and you're doing it by hand, it's extremely difficult and it takes a really long time. So what you do is you fill the Degas bottle up, cap it off, start the engine, let it suck through, let it cool off, fill the Degas bottle, cap it off, and repeat the process over and over. That's what the manual tells you to do. However, you can pull the hose that's coming off of the Degas bottle off and put a funnel in there and fill your radiator that way. It takes a little while, and you have to pour it kind of slow, and it'll slowly kind of drain into the radiator, but that's a quicker way to do it. And once you're done with that, you can cap off the Degas bottle, start it up, it'll suck a little bit more, and you just gotta keep doing that until the Degas bottle stays at a stable level. But thank you for watching We Go to You Mechanics. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.